Boy here, your West Tennessee hillbilly. How y'all doing? The reason I do the 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 thing is as soon as it says you are live, that thing stays on the screen for like 3 seconds. So I start counting it down because there's sometimes a 10-second delay in these live streams. And evidently, I realized in the last live stream, people were commenting like, I don't know, it's probably 3 minutes after the fact of something, and it throws you off. So I can see if you're in really a discussion or that lag. I mean, they call it live, but it's not. You could get 4 different phones and have it on the same live stream, and you'll be at a little different spot on each one of them. Serious. Mm, man, it's going to be hot today, y'all. It's going to be, they're showing 96 degrees here in Jackson, Tennessee. There's no clouds in the sky. There's nothing. That blue, I don't know what it is yet. They're going to tell me it's a reflection of all the oceans, but if you look at the satellite maps, this planet's mostly white due to all the clouds they manufacture. It is hot. It's already getting hot, guys. What y'all been doing? Hmm? Do I have anything important showing up here? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything important. Me. How you doing? Let me see. Is that the same? Hey, Mimi, I saw you in a live stream the other day. I was flicking through live streams, and I think I'd seen that person streaming before, but I can't remember. They were. I'm trying. I don't even know who they were. Like I said, I was just going through it, and I happened to see Mimi in the live chat, and I got to looking, and your comment was something about live streaming in her underwear. I can't remember. I was like, okay. Yeah, it trips me out. These people, man. You watch these women, man. They've got to, for some reason, there's no other way than to sit, legs spread wide open on the floor with the camera pointed at your crotch. That's the only way these women can live stream. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. They don't think, hey, maybe I can put this on the table and prop it up with a book or a bottle or anything. Just prop up this phone where it ain't giving crotch shot. But that's the whole point of it. And that's what I notice on. Look, you going through your home feed, right? And you know how you get how the videos are showing the thumbnails, right? The thumbnail be provocative as hell or something. But if you actually look at the video, it might not be a bad video. But at one split second, almost nip slip happens, and that is the thumbnail the AI picks out. I mean, really? Really? You can see the AI. I mean, if the AI is supposed to be so smart and intelligent and looked upon as a god, then how the hell does it get manipulated into not recognizing the assassination on Donald Trump when people try to search it? You know what I mean? How is it when you go to look at George Washington, he's a black man? I mean, what? So right there, that ought to discredit AI, period. AI is nothing more than a weapon, you know? Hang on, let me read it. Okay. Oh, well, be careful. Where are you at? Are you in Florida? Or are you in South Carolina? Yeah, I saw it's hitting the that curve in Florida. They said it's a real rural area. So are you there? Are you in Florida? I really don't know where you're at, Mimi. I'm up here in West Tennessee. I'm right above the Mississippi-Alabama state line. In about an hour and a half, I can go, well, less than that. Well, from my house. But if I was at like Pickwick Lake, I could go to Mississippi, Alabama, and back to Tennessee in less than 30 minutes. The only reason it take that long, traffic. Oh, okay. Well, be careful. I mean, it's only a category 1, but that don't mean anything. I'm telling you, man. It's like if you watch your local news, your weather is how can I put it? The skip for the weather is your Storm Team Weather Center. Your Storm Team coverage is always Storm Team, and they're always pumping up how bad everything's fixing to be. And then when it actually happens, you might have seen a breeze over 15 mile an hour and 2 sprinkles. I don't know what happened to the 80-mile-an-hour straight line winds and the 4 inches of torrential training rain from the river, atmospheric river. I mean, they come up with some crazy terms nowadays. They're just scared. I don't have a shelter. That's why if you see videos of, like, I got a video up where I was out in the road, daggum lightning striking, daggum power lines breaking down and sparking, trees going down across the road. People ask, how come you don't take shelter? I don't have shelter. Not tornado shelter. So the way I see it, if I'm fixing to, if I'm coming to my demise, I'm going to film it. That ought to go viral, right? At least I'll have one viral video. No, it ain't about that. It's just I ain't scared to die, man, because I know I've got to. It's just the manner in which I do it, I have no idea. But I have to die one day. I understand that. The possibilities of not being here anymore are really great, man. Just think about it. You're one breath away from death. You're one heartbeat away from death. And you don't know what's in store when you get out here on these roads and people you encounter in stores, and it's just you'll never know. So yeah. So it is tied in, man. These people manufacturing this stuff. You remember when they attacked the Air Force Base in Florida a couple years ago with a hurricane? That was a weather attack using a hurricane, man. And I expect it to get even crazier being we got Russia down there in Cuba. Because I've already watched them center a hurricane over the top of Cuba. You remember that? They centered that hurricane over the top of Cuba for a couple of days. It just sat there, and then it just disappeared. Man, I went. This is in the 80s. I can't remember when in the 80s, but Hurricane Hugo. I was in Fayetteville when that was hitting. About a week before it hit. Man, I ain't never seen so much rain in my life. We were doing a 2-week exercise. I was in the Air Force. And they sat there and put the order out. They moved all airplanes that were, South Carolina, North Carolina, everything on the coast. They had to move all the airplanes inland. And it canceled out our 2-week exercise. I mean, we didn't get 3 days into it. And we had to fly back to Florida from there. We went to, where'd we go? Tampa Bay. We had a radio package. I had a C-130. And it was the radio command for the exercise we were doing. So it had this big old radio station box that was put in the cargo. We had to take that thing back to Florida. We're coming into Florida, man. Daggum tower tells the pilot, got tornadoes inland and typhoons outland. And the pilot's like, what we need to do? He said, land. So we landed, and it was weird. I heard all that on the headphones, but when we landed, man, there wasn't no wind blowing. It was calm. It's at nighttime. I'm like, man, I know we're in the middle of a storm, but it don't feel like it. So we got everything unloaded, refueled, and hopped back, head back to Little Rock. Paris Logan, how you doing? Yeah, that's how come they get mad at people pointing out the contrails. Man, I mean, if their definition of what a contrail is nowadays, that means in the wintertime, everybody's got a trail back to their house when they leave for work in the morning. Because that contrail's not going to go anywhere, right? That contrail's going to come out your tailpipe like a sticky string, and it's going to go all the way down the road to where you work. And you can follow that path back to your house. That's what contrail's supposed to do now. If it doesn't expand so big that it bogs out everything and you can't see the road. I mean, they're telling us contrails will expand and cover the sky for hours. Yeah. And then they're pushing this Chlamydia Harris person. And somehow she's close with Trump in the polls. I'm like, really? If the world hadn't realized by now all this shit is staged and fake and I'm not saying, people get killed in these staged events and junk, but man, come on. This stuff, look, I still ain't figured this out. All right, there's abortion. There's supposed to be so much dadgum abortion going on that the law, the politicians have been talking about abortion for fucking 50 years or more, right? All right, I can look back the last, I'll say 30 years. I have not met one person or know of one person that knows of one person that has had an abortion. I don't get it. Where are all these abortions taking place? I mean, God, if abortion is such a problem and there's so many millions of aborted fetuses every year, how come I don't know one person? Where is this happening at? I don't understand it. Maybe Tennessee's immune to that. Yeah, look, I've gone outside and it smelled like ammonia. And one time it hit the news. This is probably, I don't know, how long ago was that? It had to be like 2006 or something. But man, it smelled like sulfur, man. I mean, and it was like a sweep of sulfur went across Tennessee or whatever because they talked about it in Memphis and Nashville. So what was that? Was that from a volcano? Why was there so much sulfur? Something just turned off in here, and I don't know what it was. Whew, it's already hot. Look, I'm fixing to go in here and go to work, y'all. I can't see the time. What time is it? But I'm gonna get an early start. All right, y'all. Let me get on out of here. Y'all have a good day.